Good morning, students. Today we will discuss ultra filters. So, firstly, let us define finer filter. Let us take a set X and two filters F and F star on the set X. Then we say that the filter F is finer than the filter F star if F contains F star. So, if F contains F star, we say that the filter F is finer than the filter F star. Now, next we define ultra filter. This filter is also called maximal filter. So let us take a non-empty set X and a filter F on the set X. We say that this filter F is ultra filter if whenever there exists a filter F star on the set X containing the filter F, then we should have F is equal to F star. It means whenever F is contained in F star, this should imply that F is same as F star. It means we can say that there exists no filter which is strictly finer than the filter F. Now let us take an example of ultra filter. We already discussed point filter. Point filter means for a point X belonging to the set X, the collection of all those subsets of X which contains the point X. This filter is called point filter. We will claim that this filter is an ultra filter. To prove this filter is ultra filter, let us take F be a filter on the set X such that the filter X dot is contained in the filter F. Now we are to show that X dot is same as the filter F. In order to prove these two filters are same, we will have to prove that F is contained in the point filter X dot. So let us take A belonging to the filter F be an arbitrary member of F. We are to prove that A belongs to the filter X dot. Now, because the point X belongs to singleton X and singleton X is a subset of X, so by definition of point filter from here, all those subsets of X which contains the point X, they belongs to point filter, and therefore we can say that singleton X belongs to X dot. Now from here X dot is contained in F, so singleton X belonging to X dot implies that singleton X belongs to the filter F. Also A belongs to filter F, and F is a filter that is closed under finite intersections. So if two members belongs to filter F, their intersection will also belong to the filter F. So the intersection of singleton X with A belongs to the filter F. Now because F is a filter and phi does not belong to any filter, so this intersection should be non-empty. This intersection is non-empty, so from here we can say that X belongs to A, and by definition of point filter we can say that A belongs to X dot. So A belonging to filter F implies that A belongs to X dot. So we have proved the filter F is contained in X dot. Now X dot is contained in F, F is contained in X dot. So we have X dot is same as F. So this proves that the point filter is an ultra filter on the set X. Now next there is important theorem which is ultra filter principle, or we can say that this principle shows the existence of ultra filter. In order to discuss ultrafilter principle, we require John's lemma. So firstly, let us discuss what is John's lemma. Now, in order to define John's lemma, we require some basic definitions. Firstly, let us define partially ordered set. A partially ordered set is a set M on which there is defined a partial ordering. Partial ordering means a binary relation denoted by the sign less than or equal to. This is a sign for relation. This binary relation satisfies the three properties. First property, reflexive. Second, antisymmetric. Third, transitive. Antisymmetric means every element of the set M is related to itself. Antisymmetric means for two elements A and B belonging to M, if A is related to B and B is related to A, then A and B should be same. Third property is transitive. Transitive property means if we take three elements A, B, C from the set M such that A is related to B and B is related to C, then A is related to C. So, if these three properties, reflexive, antisymmetric and transitive, these are satisfied, we say that the set M is partially ordered set. And last one thing which we require, chain. Chain means a partially ordered set such that every two elements of the set are comparable. It means we can say that chain has no incomparable elements. Now next definition is what is upper bound of a subset W of the partially ordered set M. Upper bound means an element U belonging to the set M such that every element X of the set W is related to U. It means X is less than or equal to U for every X belonging to W. So if this condition is satisfied, we say that U is the upper bound of W. Now next we discuss maximal element of the set M. The maximal element of the set M, that is an element M of the set M such that M less than or equal to X implies that M is equal to X. So if this condition is satisfied, we say that M is the maximal element of set M. Now we are in a position to define John's lemma. Now according to John's lemma, if M is a non-empty partially ordered set and every chain C in M has upper bound, then the set M has a maximal element. So according to John's lemma, if the chain in partially ordered set has upper bound, then the set has maximal element. So you will have to keep in mind these definitions: maximal element, partially ordered set, chain, John's lemma. Now we will discuss the important principle which is ultrafilter principle. According to this principle, every filter on a set X is contained in an ultrafilter. It means if we have a non-empty set X and F is a filter on the set X, then there exists an ultrafilter on the set X which contains the given filter F. Now in order to prove ultrafilter principle, we require John's lemma. And in order to use John's lemma, we will have to define a partially ordered set. So let us define a collection alpha, the collection of all those filters on the set X which contains the filter F. Firstly, we show that this family is non-empty. Now because F is contained in F and F is a filter on X, so by definition of alpha, we can say that filter F belongs to alpha. So this family alpha, that is non-empty. Now let us define a relation denoted by less than or equal to on this set alpha. Let us take two members f1 star and f2 star belonging to alpha. We say that f1 star is related to f2 star if f1 star is contained in f2 star. Now this relation, that is reflexive, antisymmetric as well as transitive relation. So we can say that alpha under this relation that forms partially ordered set. Now let us take the chain in alpha, which we have denoted by alpha star. Now to use John's lemma, we claim that this chain has an upper bound. So let us define of f double star denoted by the union of all those filters f star which are from the chain alpha star. We claim that this is a filter on the set X. So we will have to verify the four conditions of filter. First condition, this should be non-empty. Now because f star is contained in f double star for every f star belonging to the chain, because f double star is union of all the members from the chain, and these are the filters, and every filter is non-empty. So we can say that f double star is not equal to phi. Now we show that phi does not belong to f double star. Now by definition, f double star is the union of filters from alpha star, and because phi does not belong to any filter, so we can say that phi does not belong to f double star. Now in the next condition of filter, let us take a member A belonging to f double star and B is the superset of A. We claim that B belongs to the filter, B belongs to the collection f double star. Now because A belongs to f double star is the union of members from alpha star. So we can say that there will exist a member f star belonging to alpha star such that A belongs to this filter f star. Now we can combine these two. Now A is contained in B. So we can say that B belongs to f star and f star is contained in f double star. So from here we get B belongs to f double star. Now in the last condition, let us take two members A1 and A2 belonging to the collection f double star. We are to show that A1 intersection A2 belongs to f double star. Now using the definition of this collection, there will exist members f1 star and f2 star belonging to the chain alpha star such that A1 belongs to f1 star, A2 belongs to f2 star. Now because alpha star is chain means partially ordered set whose every two elements are comparable. So f1 star and f2 star are comparable elements, means either f1 star is related to f2 star or f2 star is related to f1 star. So let us take, without any loss of generality, let us take f1 star is related to f2 star. Now by definition of relation, which we defined partial ordering relation, by that definition f1 star is contained in f2 star. Now from here A1 belongs to f1 star, so A1 will also belong to f2 star. Now A1 belongs to f2 star, A2 belongs to f2 star, so their intersection will also belong to f2 star. Now f2 star, that is contained in f double star, so every member belonging to f2 star will be in f double star, and therefore we can say that from here A1 intersection A2 belongs to f double star. So this proves that f double star is a filter on X. Now we claim that f double star is an upper bound for the chain alpha star. Now, because f is contained in f star for every f star belonging to alpha star, so f will be contained in their union also. It means f is contained in f double star, and all those filters which contains f, they belongs to alpha, and therefore f double star belongs to alpha. Now, because f star is also contained in f double star for every f star belonging to the chain, so by definition of relation we can say that f star is related to f double star, and by definition of upper bound we can say that f double star is an upper bound for the chain. So we have obtained a partially ordered set and the chain has upper bound. So according to John's lemma, the chain will have, the set will have maximal element. Let us take that maximal element is denoted by f theta. Now, in the last step we claim that this f theta is ultra filter containing f. So, because f theta, that is maximal element of partially ordered set alpha, and by definition of partially ordered set alpha, f is contained in f theta. So it only remains to prove that this is ultra filter. Now to prove it ultra filter on the set X. Now to prove f theta is ultra filter on the set X, let us take another filter f star on the set X such that f theta is contained in f star. We have to prove that f theta is same as f star. So in order to prove this, we will prove that f star is contained in f theta. Now, because f theta is contained in f star and f is contained in f theta, so f is contained in f theta is contained in f star. So from here, f is contained in f star, and all those members which contains f, they belongs to the partially ordered set alpha, and therefore we can say that f star belongs to alpha. But f theta is maximal element of alpha, therefore by definition of maximality of f theta is contained in f star implies that they should be same. So f theta is equal to f star. So we have proved f theta is ultra filter containing f. So this completes ultra filter principle.